We live in a world obsessed with sex yet riddled with anxiety about it. Premarital sex, once taboo, now occupies a confusing gray area. Society sends mixed messages.
We are bombarded with sexual imagery, yet shamed for embracing our desires outside of marriage. This confusing landscape makes navigating intimacy a fraught endeavor, especially for young people yearning for connection.
The decision to engage in premarital sex is rarely easy. It is a choice loaded with emotional baggage, societal expectations, and personal values. The consequences, both emotional and physical, can be profound.
For some, premarital sex is a natural expression of love and desire. For others, it's a source of guilt, shame, and regret.
The human heart craves intimacy. We are wired for connection, for touch, for the raw vulnerability of exposing ourselves to another. Yet the decision to act on these desires is rarely straightforward.
Many struggle to reconcile their longing for closeness with their moral compass, religious beliefs, or fear of judgment. This internal battle can be agonizing.
On one hand, the allure of physical intimacy, the promise of pleasure and connection, can be overwhelming. On the other hand, doubts linger. Is it right? Is it too soon? Will it ruin the relationship?
These questions haunt those wrestling with the decision of whether or not to have sex. Society often sends confusing messages about premarital sex. On one hand, we are encouraged to embrace our sexuality, to explore, to experiment. On the other hand, we are judged for having too many partners, for being too easy, for blurring the lines of commitment.
This double standard can feel suffocating, particularly for women. These societal pressures weigh heavily on our intimate decisions.
It can be difficult to separate genuine desire from the need to fit in, to please a partner, or to prove something to ourselves or the world. This is further complicated by the romanticization of casual sex in popular culture, often masking the emotional complexities involved.
In a world that often promotes casual hookups over committed relationships, true intimacy can feel elusive. We yearn for genuine connection, for someone to see and accept us in our entirety, flaws and all. Yet vulnerability is terrifying.
Opening ourselves up to another person, physically and emotionally, requires immense trust and courage. The decision of whether or not to engage in premarital sex is ultimately a deeply personal one.
It is a choice that should be made with careful consideration, clear communication, and mutual respect. This means resisting societal pressures, silencing the cacophony of outside voices, and tuning into our own inner compass.
It's about making choices that align with our values, honor our emotional well-being, and respect the hearts of those we allow into our most intimate spaces.